ready to put our digital portfolio together. So think about your digital portfolio. Yes, it's going to be in lieu of a final. So it's going to be for me to look at, but eventually you're going to use this. Other people are going to be looking at it because this is going to be a collection of your skills. So think about who's going to be looking at it, why you're doing it, what you want on it, how you want it to look, and what are you going to publish there. So think about that. Last week I gave you this. If you did not print that off, you probably will want to click on this, make your copy, and print it off because there's a lot of stuff on there. We're going to take a closer look at that sheet. So here's what the top part of it looks like. I want you to keep in mind that the Google site that you put together for your digital portfolio is going to be viewed by others that are not familiar with these tools that you've used during our class. So what you're going to do is provide a narrative for all of the artifacts to explain their purpose. So these are the artifacts that will be on your digital portfolio. And instead of just pasting that in there, you need to do a narrative. You need to tell us what it is because I know what it is, but eventually this site's going to be viewed by other people, like maybe people interviewing you, and you want to make sure that they understand what's going on. So show them the tools. Your narrative is worth 3 points. The artifact is only worth 2. So the narrative is worth more than the artifact. So make sure that you do a good job of explaining these and what you've done on them. I've also given you the assignment numbers so that all of these should be easy to locate in your Google Classroom. And you should have all of them done except this one, and we'll talk about that. I'm sharing with you a Padlet where I want you to share with the class, because it's a collaborative Padlet, share with the class your 5 best educational sites. These can be sites for kids, these can be sites for teachers, but you're going to limit it to 5. So what you're going to do is put it on this collaborative Padlet, and if all of us put 5 on there, then we should have like 120, I believe, if my math is correct. We should have 120 sites for you to look at. And then out of those 120 sites, you can choose this last artifact for your digital portfolio, 20 educational sites. So use that collaborative Padlet. There should be more than 20 on it, and you can pick 20 that you like. And maybe you even pick one that's not on the collaborative Padlet. That would be fine, as long as you have 20 educational sites. And that will be the last artifact that you include in your portfolio. Again, remember each artifact has to include a narrative, an overview, why it should be a tool that's used in the classroom, its purpose and advantage for teachers and students. Also, read any comments that I might have made on those artifacts, and if you need to make some corrections on it, do that before you put it on your digital portfolio. And the first thing that you're going to do is organize all of your artifacts into 5 different labels. So look at everything that's required to be on that educational portfolio and then group those into 5 different categories. Those 5 different labels or categories are going to become the theme and the titles of your pages. Now, you'll notice that one of the things on the artifacts is to show the ISTE standards. They have to be on your website in some way. You can use the ISTE standards as titles of your pages if you want. And I think some of them that I've shared with you as examples did use the ISTE standards as titles of their pages. So that's another option for you. Okay, also remember that your home page is not considered one of the 5 pages that you need on your digital portfolio. So if you count your home page, you should have at least 6 pages. If you go over 6 pages, that's great. You're an overachiever, and that's just fine. So at least 6 pages. Remember to always embed artifacts when possible. The Google Sites insert menu will embed for you. So anything that's on your Google Drive, that you pull in from your Google Drive and put on your Google site will automatically be embedded. So that's pretty cool. If you can't embed and you have to use a URL, don't use a URL like this. No one's going to click on that. There's no compelling reason for me to click on that URL. If you have a picture and you have the URL linked to that picture, that's much better. So when I say don't use URLs on your website, I'm talking about this. Of course, this has a URL as a link, but we've used a picture or a button instead of just putting a URL on there. Don't do that. Remember to proof your links or have someone else test your links and make sure that all of them are working, because you'll lose points if they don't work properly. I've given you in the slide deck an excellent video to watch. Watch all of this video on how to create a Google site. It's really, really good. After you watch the whole thing, then if you need to go back and review a part, I've got that video broken down into parts. And if you needed to learn how to do line dividers again, you could just click on this link and it would take you to that part of the video. So hopefully you will find that very helpful. I've also given you other videos to help you create your Google site. Lots and lots of other links on that. Also, advanced tips on how to use the Google Sites. I'm also giving you a link for free wallpapers, free images, and free animated GIFs if you choose to add those to your Google site. Just a little bit more on commentary on your digital citizenship and Hour of Code. If you were going to make a blog post, what would you say about participating in the Hour of Code or digital citizenship? Point out the benefits for students and teachers to be informed or participate in these. Think of your commentary as a blog post comment. And then you'll need 2 links for each of these. So you'll have 2 links for digital citizenship and 2 links for the Hour of Code. And it's fine if you go back and pick some of those links that we used when we talked about digital citizenship and Hour of Code. You're welcome to use the ones that we used. Okay, I've also given you, and this is wonderful, I've given you 3 digital portfolios from my last 214 class, and they gave me permission to share those with you. So take a look at them. They are really, really very good, and I think that will help you a lot. And let me see if I can find the one that used ISTE standards. Okay, she has used ISTE standards for the titles of her pages. So that's what I mean by if that's all you did, that would be fine to include your ISTE in there if you used it for title of pages. All right, now I want to show you how to begin a Google site. You will go to New in your Drive, in your Google Drive. You go to More and you click on Google Sites. Now, I already have one loaded here. You will name it what you want it named. You'll also give it your title here. You can even add a logo if you want, but that's something you can do later. The main thing to do is get the basics in, like building a hamburger. The basics are the meat and the bun. Get the meat and the bun on your Google site before you start doing fancy things like changing your images, because you can change the image back here. You can also change header types, but do all of that later. So I've got a home page on here, and I've already added my 5 other pages, and I just call them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that you see how to do that. To add a new page, all you have to do is click on the plus, give it the title, and say done, and now you have 6 pages, and 6 is up there. I think I can drag it and put it under there. Maybe not. Yeah, I can. Okay. Now, I wanted to show you how to embed. Again, if you are embedding, I'm going to insert. If you're embedding from Google Drive, it will embed for you. But sometimes you're not embedding from Google Drive. So I'm going to show you with a Padlet. Here's a Padlet of COVID-19 resources that we've put together. The So We Lead group of Southern Indiana put this together. To find the embed code, it's usually under Share, whatever you're using, and it will say embed, and here's the embed code. So if I copy it, it's copied to my clipboard. I go back to my website, and if I want to embed it, I click on embed. Now I can put an URL in there or the embed code. I'm going to put the embed code in there. I click on next. It says this is what it's going to look like. Is this really what you were expecting? If it is, I say yes. I click on insert, and there it is on my site. I can stretch this out. I can make it longer. Okay, really, really easy to do. So again, the videos are going to show you all that, but insert, pretty straightforward. Pages, pretty straightforward. And you can do your themes. You can change the themes, but again, that would be something you would add to the hamburger after you get the meat on the burger. Then you can start doing the fancy things. Did want to show you for your 20 educational sites, it would be really easy to use this layout. Okay, and then you can continue to add your 20 sites. So this already kind of has it partitioned off. You can add 4 in a row, and this is a really nice way to add your sites. When you get this ready to go, and you can publish it at any time, you publish and you just click on publish to publish it. This is going to be what it looks like. This is going to be my URL. I can also make a custom URL if I want, and I click on publish. Now, after you've published it, it will be visible, and you can see what it's going to look like. If you decide to add something different to it, you're going to add something different to it, make your changes. Remember to publish it again. If you don't publish it again, it will not accept the changes. So if you add things to it, click on publish again so that it will accept those changes. All right. Let me think if there's anything else that I need to mention. I believe that gives you the basics of it. Again, remember you can add all kinds of things to it. You can add your little thing that you created at the first of our class. All kinds of stuff. So have fun with this. Decide how you want to categorize things. You can change your pages so that they line up on the side or across the top, and all of that will be in the videos that I've shared with you. So again, this is the best video. Watch all of that, and then you can review parts here. Please ask me if you have any questions. If we need to do a Zoom, I'd be more than happy to help you with that. I believe you're going to have fun with it. There will be more next Friday. I will tell you more about how to turn all of this in. So be watching for more posts from me next Friday. All right, have fun with it. Let me know if you need any help at all.